Do we, as humans, really care about the truth? An intriguing question, isn't it? We live in a world where deception and lies have become an integral part of our society. From the smallest white lies to the grandest of deceptions, we are surrounded by untruths. We think we are vigilant, always on the lookout for falsehoods. This is what philosophers and psychologists call epistemic vigilance. It's the belief that we possess cognitive mechanisms to detect lies. But is it really about the pursuit of truth? Or is it more about the game, the chase, the thrill of the lie? We thrive on the drama, the suspense, the unexpected twists and turns that a lie can bring. It's a captivating narrative that draws us in, time and time again. So, we come back to our original question. Do we, as humans, really care about the truth? Or are we simply enthralled by the allure of deception, the thrill of the lie? There's a certain allure to deception, isn't there? A captivating dance of the mind. Deception, it's as old as humanity itself. A fundamental aspect of our nature, woven into the very fabric of our existence. It's a tool, a weapon, a shield, and sometimes a means to an end. This intriguing facet of human behavior has been explored and dissected in various forms of art and literature. Consider Herman Melville's novel, The Confidence Man, a riveting exploration of deception and trust. The narrative, set on a riverboat, sees its characters engaged in a masquerade of lies and deceit, each one playing a role to gain an advantage over the other. A fascinating portrayal that mirrors our own lives, doesn't it? We too don our masks, spinning tales, and weaving intricate webs of deception. But why do we do it? Is it merely to gain an edge, to outmaneuver our fellow beings in this grand game of life? Or is there something more, something deeply ingrained within us that reaches out to the allure of deception? Psychologists and philosophers have pondered over this question for centuries. They propose the concept of epistemic vigilance, the belief that we possess cognitive mechanisms to detect lies. But recent research suggests otherwise. It seems we're not that good at spotting a lie or determining someone's competence. Rather, we're drawn to the spectacle, the performance, the masquerade, the thrill of the unknown, the joy of the game, the seduction of the lie. It's not the pursuit of truth that drives us, but the fascination with the enigma of the untruth. The lie, it seems, is more enticing, more captivating than the mundanity of the truth. And this has far-reaching implications. It shapes our interactions with others. It influences our perception of reality. It sways our judgment. And in some cases, it even determines the course of history. So, it seems we are more drawn to the masquerade of lies than the stark reality of the truth. You might think, I can spot a lie when I see one, but can you really? Let's talk about something called epistemic vigilance. It's a term philosophers and psychologists have coined to describe our supposed cognitive ability to detect deception. It's the belief that we, as humans, have some sort of built-in lie detector. But how much of this is fact, and how much is a fallacy? Recent research paints a different picture. It suggests that we aren't as good at detecting deception as we'd like to believe. The truth is, we're rather poor at determining not just deceit, but competence as well. It seems our instincts aren't as sharp as we thought. You see, the human mind is complex. While we have evolved to survive, we have also developed social skills and emotional intelligence. We like to believe these abilities give us an edge in discerning truth from falsehood. But the reality is, they often leave us vulnerable to manipulation. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? We navigate our world, constantly making judgments about honesty and competence, yet our assessments are not as accurate as we assume. It's like trying to find our way through a labyrinth with a faulty compass. We might make it out eventually, but the journey is fraught with missteps and wrong turns. In fact, it's this very fallibility that makes us susceptible to conspiracy theories and the influence of charismatic speakers. We're drawn to those who present information with confidence, even if what they say is devoid of truth. We're swayed by the allure of certainty, even when it's built on shaky ground. Even more disconcerting is the fact that our vigilance is often driven by utilitarian goals and self-presentation. We're not always in pursuit of the truth, but rather of what benefits us, of how we wish to be perceived. It's a harsh reality to face, but an important one if we're to understand our own behavior and the behavior of those around us. So the next time you're sure you've spotted a lie, or you think you've identified a trustworthy source, pause for a moment. Question your judgment. Consider the possibility that you might be wrong. Our supposed vigilance, it appears, may just be a comforting illusion. If we're not seeking the truth, then what are we after? This question takes us to the heart of the utilitarian approach. The crux of the matter is that our vigilance, our alertness, is less about a noble pursuit of truth and more about pragmatic goals and self-presentation. We are, in essence, creatures of convenience and survival, and our interactions and decisions are often guided by these principles. Instead of being truth detectives, we are more like social navigators, steering our way through the sea of information and deception, using our discernment to avoid the storms of falsehood and reach the shore of personal benefit. This is not necessarily a sinister trait. It is merely a reflection of our instinctive inclination towards survival and success. This utilitarian approach has significant implications for our interactions with others. When we engage in conversation or debate, we are not merely interested in the objective truth of the other person's statements. Instead, we are evaluating how their words and actions align with our own interests. We are calculating the potential gains and losses, the benefits and drawbacks, and making our judgments accordingly. Moreover, the utilitarian approach has a profound impact on the reliability of testimony. We often lend more credibility to those who align with our interests, those who tell us what we want to hear, rather than those who may be speaking the truth. This is why charismatic speakers and conspiracy theories are so influential. They tap into our utilitarian instincts, offering us narratives that cater to our desires and fears, rather than challenging us with uncomfortable truths. This perspective may seem cynical, but it is a reflection of the complex and often contradictory nature of human cognition. We are not just truth seekers, we are also self-seekers. And sometimes these two aspects of our nature can be at odds with each other. The truth, it seems, is less important than our own self-interest. Why do we prefer the lie? Why does deception hold such sway over us? These are questions we must grapple with as we dive into the enigma that is the human psyche. Consider the popularity of conspiracy theories. They're akin to a thrilling detective novel, aren't they? Full of suspense, intrigue, and unexpected twists. Even when we know, deep down, that they're unlikely to be true, we can't help but be drawn in. We are captivated by the mystery, the drama, the tantalizing possibility of uncovering a hidden truth. But is it the truth we seek? Or is it the thrill of the chase? Then there's the influence of charismatic speakers. They're like the Pied Pipers of our time, leading us with their enchanting melodies of words. They weave intricate webs of narratives, drawing us in with their compelling stories and persuasive rhetoric. And we follow, often without questioning, entranced by their charisma, their confidence, their apparent knowledge. But again, is it the truth we're after? Or is it the sense of certainty and authority they exude? The truth is, we are not as interested in the truth as we like to believe. Our preference for deception over truth is not a sign of weakness or naivety. It's a survival mechanism, a way of navigating through the complexities of life. It's easier to believe in a comforting lie than to confront an uncomfortable truth. It's more satisfying to solve a tantalizing mystery than to accept a mundane reality. It's more reassuring to follow a charismatic leader than to navigate the uncertainty of life on our own. In this light, our susceptibility to deception is not a flaw, but a feature. It's a testament to our adaptability, our creativity, our desire for meaning and order in a world that often appears chaotic and unpredictable. In the end, our fascination with the lie may be more revealing than the truth itself. So, do we really care about the truth, or is it all just a masquerade? As we've explored today, deception is woven deeply into our human nature. We've discovered that our ability to detect lies isn't as sharp as we like to believe. Our pursuit of truth, it seems, is often overshadowed by utilitarian goals and the art of presenting ourselves in the best light possible. Our vigilance, rather than being a sincere quest for truth, is often driven by these goals. As a result, we can be easily swayed by charismatic speakers, drawn into the web of conspiracy theories, and find ourselves questioning the reliability of testimonies. It's a fascinating, if somewhat unsettling, revelation about our relationship with truth and deception. But the question remains, where do you stand in this grand masquerade? Are you the truth seeker, diligently sifting through the tangled web of deception? Or do you find yourself captivated by the allure of the lie, the intrigue of the masquerade? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you seek the truth, or are you captivated by the lie?